Hello? Fixing our stuff here. Good evening, guys. We are playing The Outer Worlds. We're gonna continue what we have done so far. And while we're here, let me fix something on my layout. I'm down right. I hope you guys are having a good evening. And I have no clue what's going on now. Why my thing is not working. Why is that not showing up? Maybe I should be over. Nope. There's something going on with the thing now. Stretch. But anyway, we are playing this game. Continuing where we left off. We have been actually streaming on Twitch before, and then we had done some other stuff. So something's going on with my thing here. Let me refresh again. Recent. Why is it not working? Reset. Da, 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 da. Okay, let me test up there. And then down right. My overlay is not working. Why? Overlay's not working. There we go. Might as well take this labels off. I don't want it. Where's my name? There it is. What's my name? What's my name? There we go. So you see an update. La la. La 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 la. built out. All right, I think we got everything now working. So after we do all my layouts for a little bit there. All right, let's continue what we left off here. Let's see what we got. Continue against all odds. Unreliable takes 5. I'm also kind of eating dinner for right now, so. Okay, let's look at our quest so far. Let's go to oh, thank you for the host. Double take. How are you? Thanks for entertaining my people. Ah. Is that a new thing that Smart Host app is doing, I guess? Thank you for the host. Alright, we can go to... You can also check out our setup here. Don't forget that we can do some perks again. Equip time, range, weapon, reload speed. That's actually a pretty good tier thing there. Instead of dying, you heal a small amount of health. That's actually pretty good. And apply that real quick. Let's look at what Felix has here. Equip time. Felix is in the party. You and your companions deal bonus damage to corporate enemies. It's okay, but I think I prefer equip time here. Except, well, it's Parvati. Equip time, companion ability. We can do that, but I prefer the equip time as well. What about Mr. here? Max is in your party. Science weapon damage for sure. Yes. Sam, what you got for me? Damage to auto mechanicals. Yes, why not? Alright, so we need to get them some Parvati. We need to get her some better equipment here. I think we can tinker her stuff, right? How much do I have? I am broke. I have 31. We might have to equip them later, but we do have better stuff for them. I did put away some of my equipment here. Put this back. So these are my weapons. Did I put my... Okay, here's my one. Hammer one. Alright. Let's go and go to Phoenix Lab first. And go meet him.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take Vicar Max and Parvati. Plus I like them together. They're like a contradictory to whatever.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it. Blast, that's loud.
Hello. Where are you at?
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Oh, there you are. Hello. I'm gonna take this thing real quick.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray.
Bubbles! It's a
Find
sheep!
the target.
Oh, it's a pig!
Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may...
It shrinkings any living being it fired at. Noise. We could probably... I'm gonna try this one for now.
commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Hello.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
For what it's worth, I appreciate you pulling me out of the hope.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
I wanted to talk to you about something else.
Of course.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
There's some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific.
You're scared of
The
me.
unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Got a moment to talk?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we?
Alright.
Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Relax, they're with me.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular.
You're right, I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress.
There was something else I wanted to talk to you about.
What's on your mind?
Got a moment to talk?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Don't you ever leave your lab?
Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia.
That's not what I meant. Do you have some kind of life outside your work?
Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know.
Why are you so obsessed with reviving the Hope's colonists?
Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned to total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you, people who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense.
Yeah, but you revived me, so you must have solved the problem.
Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In
That's
theory,
actually
you
pretty
never should have survived the
realistic.
revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the hope. Get it?
I'm glad to hear that everyone on the Hope is depending on us.
We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading.
He's addicted to caffeine. What is this is doing here? Oh my. It's a cysty pig. It's full of cyst. Well, like bubbles here. Hey, bubbles. Hey, bubbles. Bubbles full of cysts. Yuck. Yuck. What's this? Examine. Seals leak. Never use this pod. Okay. It looks like one of those raptoids. What else can we see? What's it say? Extinguish plasma cutter before returning to pocket. Use terminal. Messages. Hack. Let's hack it. Oh, we actually hacked it. Oh, I worked it out. Explain details so it will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials should be present in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dump the new associate Dirtside Terra 2 near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only about 23.7%. They're recovering a ship should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done. Oh, talking about me.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Scrap mechanical died. Mechanical sentry died. Why all these guys dead? Pick up pocket watch. Or canids. Mop up melted pig. Ew. Hello? Hello? What else is here? Some goodies around here. What's this? Pick up hibernation helmet.
Your old hibernation mask. Can you remove it? You know.
What? That was my old helmet? Let me see what it looks like. That's pretty neat. It's too bad that this one's better.
Oh, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Experimental notes. Logs. Flash frozen organic material reverts back to its original cell structure when treated with tincture of dimethyl sulfoxide. Rate of explosive cell death, a very respectable 6%. Bad news, difficult to acquire. Limited quantities of compound likely produced by Anticleo. Recently discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. Must find more. Artificial stasis successfully induced in cystipig specimen. Revivification complicated. Cystipig tissue returned to living state. Brain tissue suffered from rapid nucleation. Attempting treatment. Treatment progressing. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by rapid onset necrosis. Explosive cell death. Finished cleaning liquefied remains of cystipig from laboratory floor walls equipment. Fresh out of Anticleo's experimenting with Spacer's Choice partially emulsified creamer substitute. Finished brewing, adding 2 ounces Spacer's Choice. Atrocious. Felt part of self die on the inside. Add Spacer's Choice to the list. Buy more mouthwash. Have spared one of my stock of experimental cystipigs. to be used as a renewable source of nourishment, have named this lucky pig Bubbles. Giving an animal a name establishes rapport and creates a positive emotional bond. Allegedly improves flavor of tumors. Must look into that. Excellent creatures, says the pigs. Don't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of porcine succulents. Slaughtering a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumors that ripen naturally, falling off the flesh like mock apples off a tree, seems the height of barbarity. Truly a miracle of modern science. So they get their nourishment from the tumors that's growing out of their bodies, their like backs. Ew. For personal file. We're gonna hack this, baby. Personal log entry. Have procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I hope he didn't name his ship after the quality of his services. I'll be sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via escape pod as soon as the revival process is complete. Hawthorne should make for an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. Law willing, he isn't a total buffoon. He is a total buffoon. Let's talk to...
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I'll run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
That sounds a bit extreme.
I've been called that more than once. What about you? What's your story?
I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Well saved me.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Just because it's the right thing to do.
A commendable attitude.
Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Bokonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Remind me, what are your thoughts on the Philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands
he's
in
a
contradiction
scientist,
to almost
scientism,
everything we know
whatever.
to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Let's talk about this personal quest of yours.
Yes, I've been meaning to discuss exactly that. Now that we know where the scholar is, when will we be searching him out?
As soon as we can, I promise. Okay. Let's go then. What can we find over here? Like this. Armor parts. That's what it sounds like. Ooh. Like our hacking system, we don't need anymore. With all our hacking skills, we don't need the tools anymore. Journal. Alright. Solution vital. Other one is empty man. We're gonna have to go to Scylla first. Let's go to Scylla. Scylla. That's what we're gonna do. Okay.
Captain, Felix and Abika are arguing again.
My problem is because what? It's actually pretty neat. Let's see. Look at that. You can wear that. It's pretty neat. Just gotta level it up. Oh well.
Please do not leave items lying.
Oh, I can't level up the thing. It sucks. Gotta level up this thing here. Oh, you know what? Tinker. That's what we need. Tinker. Oh yeah, we can level it up for sure. I don't have money though. That kind of sucks.
About the cargo hold.
Okay. Let's go to Scylla. Scylla. Or Sia. Scylla is one of the largest asteroids orbiting Halcyon, the largest in a group of rocks known as the Charybdis cluster. Hephaestus Mining once claimed the asteroid, but its prospecting site was abandoned decades ago. Okay.
Destination reached. Scylla. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I'd like to know more about the
What part
colony.
of the colony would you like to discuss?
Oh, it's not here. Never
How
mind.
can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Bye-bye. This is cool.
This is real space, isn't it? Empty and silent. I never thought I'd see the like. I'd look up at night, but...
Can't walk 5 meters without stubbing your toe in a loose rock here.
Yeah, huh?
As always, I am at your disposal. What are we contemplating today?
We are not contemplating anything. Insert captain's identification in the sheet room on the L. Let's see what we got in here. Just a landing pad with nothing to loot. What are you doing, girl? Alright. Use. I know there's one of the weapons here too. So let me look at the weapons of the void. Vending machine discovered. Ooh. Done that way. There's nothing going on here. Oh.
Eyes up! Here I go!
Get her.
Down they go!
Everyone all right?
So outlaws, huh? Didn't know there was gonna be outlaws here. Interesting. Money is money.
Somebody lives all the way out here? Surrounded by Aether?
Looks abandoned, but looks can be deceiving.
Yep. Looks can definitely be deceiving.
I'll teach this one a lesson.
Let's go!
Oh! That's how it's done. Oh!
Nice one!
On your right, Captain.
Ah!
We're not getting through.
My melee is crap though.
We were destined to prevail.
My long gun is better. Melee is crap. What's this? Machine vendor. Vending machine. Okay, let's go in here. Well, hello. Ooh, we got the other science thingy. Yep, unfortunately, we're not a good melee thingy, but we'll keep it. Use of the terminal leisure activity, blah blah blah, messages. All messages sent and received by the terminal are the property of this Mining Corporation. Alright, message 1. We've completed our initial survey and have to admit that your hunch was right. I owe you lunch next time I'm on Terra 1. We barely started our survey before we uncovered a mineral vein with high densities of yttrium and scandium. There's a limit to how much my team can extract in these pressure suits. Get us a terraformer and some prospecting mechanicals, and this little venture of ours is going to make us all rich. Hope the weather on Terra 1 isn't getting you down. I hear our permanent facility on Hephaestus is almost ready for habitation. Thanks for rushing us that replacement part, Linda. My team got the former repaired and it's busy churning out O2 again. Did you have to send one loaded with seed stock? Damn, grasses are triggering my allergies. Survey efforts continue. That initial vein ran dry quicker than we hoped, but we are getting promising results from other locations. Density of scandium lower than the first site, but yttrium still at respectable levels. We had a board team out here last week scanning for signals from the Hope. We could all guess the results from how unhappy they looked. It's been 3 years since the board classified the ship as missing. You'd think we'd be over it by now. Congratulations on your promotion, youngest full VP in company history. Just promise me you won't promote that drill bit Needham to replace you. Bad news, Lynn. All the sites within the former's dome have run dry. Mechanicals are bringing back good samples from beyond the retention field. I'll be sending you a requisition for a hauler to relocate the terraformer closer to the new sites. My team heard that you arranged for some circus time traveling show to stop at our base. It was a big boost to morale. We can't wait for some entertainment out here. Your request for a site relocation on that useless rock is denied. We've had over a year to generate a profit. If you haven't done it by now, it's not going to happen, and Evers is too busy to hide your incompetence. I don't want to hear any of your absurd excuses either. The terraformer failure was bad enough, but this drivel about primals running loose and damaging your equipment is the limit. The other limit, do you hear? Operations at your site are terminated, effective immediately. I've got a new site in mind for you. One of the rocks orbiting Hephaestus. Temps are cool 170°C. You'll love it. Dogs. A visiting board team reminded me of the date. We should be celebrating your 42nd birthday today. I'd try and get you drunk with the latest Rizzo's concoction. You turn up your nose and say it was nowhere near as good as an earth wine. I don't know where you are, big sis. It's been 13 years since you entered hibernation. Since the Hope started this journey, I don't know what happened. Why you never got here. The architect is kind, you didn't suffer. I think about you all the time. Every time one of the big stellar conveyors blazes past, I look up and hope. Whoever named that damn ship should take a walk in the aether. I'm so sorry. I never should have convinced you to sign an indenture contract and join me on Halcyon. I'll never stop thinking about you, Jules. Please forgive me. Ask Linda for info on this sublight company. That freighter captain claimed to work for them. Very strange ship. No corporate branding or colors. The captain didn't wear an approved uniform. Dealing with him left me feeling out of sorts. Had some interesting items for sale though. Can't shake the feeling that they fell off the back of a conveyor. That captain sold Harris something called the Rearranger and left before we discovered the damn thing doesn't work. Only thing it rearranged is the number of bits on Harris's cart. Looks like some strange tech. Maybe a scientist can make something out of it. Okay. Some lemon slap, whatever that is. No, what's this? Money. And this. Cigarettes. Money, money, money. Alright, let's look at the next. Fallbrook and Groundbreaker, so we'll have to go back there later. Alright, let's go look for this captain here. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Can further explore this area. We discovered abandoned mining outpost. Is there a door to this part? Oh, it's locked. Locked, I'll tell you, it's locked. Nope, this door is definitely locked. What about this one? None here. What about this one? Nope. Cannot go through that. And what about this one? We can go through here. Workbench discovered. There's a workbench in here. In here. In here. That's it. That's all this thing's got. Or the workbench. Is that the underside of this thing? Oh, there it is. No. Definitely need to sell some stuff. Okay. It's Spacer's choice.
Nicely done.
Yes. Some money. My pick. That's it. What's this? UDL Terraformer. I gotta go down that way to find the doctor. There's something moving over there.
Here we go.
You got him!
Where's the vegan? Oh. Oh, it's here. Oof.
Well done. We are victorious.
Yes, we are. It's Spacer's choice. It's not the best choice, 'cause it's Spacer's choice. Poor guys, all killed and stuff. Where's the other dude that I killed? Where's the other ape that I killed? Where did it go? Oh, there you are. Primal Brain. Yep, they got ambushed by some primals. There's another dude that did. Some guys get dead. Solution vital. Captain is being held captive by outlaws. Looks like he probably needs saving.
Shut up now and you might get out of this alive. Can we hurry this up? I want that ship gutted before the primals find us.
You did. They all did. Is there another guy here? Come on, guys.
That's the last of them.
Ah! Hello. Come on, loot these things first before I talk to you. What's that one? Overhauled. Oh, that's a pretty cool, that's a pretty cool armor there. This is overhauled power helmet. Let's see what else we can loot. It's not the best choice, but it's Spacer's choice. Yes. Right. I'm gonna talk to this dude. Doctor. Hello.
Tremendous work, friend.
You're a cutie.
Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate. Dilated pupils. Increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat.
Captain Irian, I take it.
The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she?
No, I don't know any Wanda.
I wager she told you to say that, the sly old bird. I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these Automex are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense.
Any idea what those pirates were after?
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle.
What will you do now?
Well, I've got some repairs to do. Thankfully, I'm as skilled a mechanic as I am a violence resolution expert. Then, to the Groundbreaker. Better late than never, I say. Unless you're very late. Then you might consider defaulting and skipping station. Those fees will bankrupt you.
I guess that's it for him, huh? Is that it for this bucket of bolts? Okay, we can return that to her. I guess we go back to Groundbreaker. There's nothing else to see here. Let me double check the other side there. I haven't fully discovered this area yet. What is this place? Circus Time Freighter discovered. And we got vending machine now. Let's see what's up there. Right?
This is foilsome.
Get
Workbench.
your bludgeoning objects ready.
Got a workbench.
What? Incoming.
Here goes nothing.
May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
Ooh.
Everyone all right?
Oops, sorry about that.
So many dead. So few graves.
It's a sublight thud though.
Place to die. In 1,000 years, they'll still be alive out here.
Well, they attacked us first. So... So we were just defending ourselves, okay? So I guess the sublight people were like picked up or something. They were ambushed or something like that. What else we got here?
You won't get any mercy from me. Don't mess with us.
Yeah, kill those sprites. Sprats. I keep calling sprites, but it's sprats. Ringmaster's log. Circus time primal performers. Predictably, our primal passengers broke free shortly after landing. I said this would happen after enclosure malfunction. We hushed up on Byzantium. Who cares how many tickets we sold? That woman lost an arm. The first and second recovery teams never returned. The only way I can convince the rest of the crew to form a third team is if I join them. I'm management. Architect erased them. I'm not supposed to face this type of hazard. I'm leaving this journal with the ship in case we don't return. To any Circus Time employees reading this, immediately hand this device to your supervisor and stop reading. Circus Time supervisors, our plans to present the primal performance were premature. These creatures cannot be tamed. The next time marketing wants to present an actual circus, make one of them lead the damn thing. Sure, it was those primals that we had to deal with. It's too bad. They couldn't make their circus do well. Okay, let's check upstairs. Oh, I already did that. Okay. Let's climb. What else have we got here? That's what I like about this game, is that everything is highlighted now. Whereas in Fallout, you have to like get a perk or something that highlights everything. You know? Got a lot of loots there. I think that's it. Alright, let's get out of this buckets of bolts, whatever you call it. Bucket of bolts. We can just teleport internally. Bucket of bolts.
Huh? Oh, I am alert and awake. Not to worry. I take our ship's security highly seriously.
Sure.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker. Remember that you are not
Yes.
insured.
We are not insured. Yes, we got that. Let's go to Wanda.
Rizzo's purple berry fudge. A salt sour candy shell.
There's medical bay here. Hello?
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return.
Yep.
I can't thank you enough.
Yay! Okay. Weapons from the void. Oh, we got a few things in there. Auntie's kitchen. Where am I supposed to go? Objective. Alright, I think we're on our way back to we're going to the next part of
If
our
you
journey.
stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Why? I'm going to Monarch now. Stellar. Doesn't matter. Alright. Stellar Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
We can find this one. Space Crime Continuum.
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast.
Hello?
Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can.
Why?
I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in.
Okay.
Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain.
Alright, talk to you later, Ada.
I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Guess we're going back to Roseway. Oh. So much for that.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Oof. That was nasty. Alright, let's go back to the lab. Can fast travel. Where are you at? It's not the comms. It's not the 17th bar. I think it's the other side. It's right here. What does he want? Hello?
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that.
I did, but did you mean to buy an item of great value?
Aha. I knew that it'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Ulti-Nature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated.
I don't understand why you're giving this to me.
The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Ulti-Nature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to put it to a good use. Nice. What is this? Ulti-Nature. Nice. I'll try that. What is my thing on handguns here? It's 28. I'm better on long guns though. Okay, that was it. Okay, let's go back to wherever we're supposed to go, right?
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats... We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Yo, we reached Stellar Bay.
Where are we headed?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Hello.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Well, that is my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are you doing out here? What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Me, I'm Captain Alex. I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Well, there's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
Okay.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
That depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight ship, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Who's the Black Hole?
That's Bertie Holcomb. Only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Whatever, I don't really care. Actually, I've been in hibernation break. But why is he called the Black Hole?
On account of him being the best hacker who ever played. Nothing gets by him. He sucks up every ball that comes his way.
Maybe word that differently.
Well, Holcomb's had a lot of nicknames over his career. He used to be a tallywhacker on account of what he'd do to the score. Before that, he was the slick stick, because his shots were always so smooth.
You're making this up.
I swear I'm not. At the start of his career, people called him the hack boss, but no one thought that was very catchy.
This poster sounds pretty reliable.
I couldn't really say. I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Okay. Vending machine. We found a vending machine. Can I steal this? Nope. MSI card. Music's kind of interesting in here. Is there anybody around? I can definitely steal this. Nobody's around, so whoop-de-doo. Oh, we can't go down that way. We gotta go around. Hello. This is the yacht club. Monarch. It's a big town. A big dude.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
Velma.
No, I mean more than usual.
Wouldn't know.
Hey, that's against regulation.
Oh, really?
What do you think you're doing?
Can I do intimidation? Whatever I want.
Just don't make any trouble for me, okay?
Whatever I want, buddy. Left field toss ball betting. I'm gonna save. Is it here? Passcode. Oh, it's not here. It's in another place. It's right behind this house. Where's it at? Oof. How do we get down there? Oh, I fell. That wasn't so smart. Acrophobia. After repeatedly falling from great heights, you no longer function well when the ground is far beneath you. I'm gonna reject it. So it took me over here, but it's right in the other side of this area. So how do we get there? It's a question, right? Maybe I have to go through this warehouse. Inside here. A workbench has been discovered. Yeah, there's an exit around here. There we go. Ooh, it's transitioned to... There's some ruins in there. Hello. Okay. Where did we go? Oh. Interesting. What's in here? Ah! It makes us go in there again. This is a big area actually. So it makes us go in here? Why?
Ma'am, please, I need your help. I can pay.
I went back over there. What's wrong with you?
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back.
Little
He ran
Tucker is
away
missing.
And is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Calm down. Take a deep breath and tell me what's happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. How can I keep him safe if he's run away?
That's too funny.
He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No. And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen hasn't swooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
What were you saying about the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who listened. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Where is Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that can
All
happen
those
to my
worst case scenarios you can find. Did you say there was a reward involved with this quest, with this request?
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there. I got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
I'll help find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Hold it right there. What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
All right. Don't let me catch you here again.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna leave. That's our character. something like, let's see. Reputation. We're all being revered here. Except for Auntie Cleo. Got 7%. So I have to figure out how to... whatever it is we're looking for. There's a missing guy. Oh, there he is. Doi. Bloody note. Retrieve the missing passcode. I was like trying to figure out where he was. Sublights cartridge. Yeah, yes. Alright, let's look at the bloody note. Can I look at it? Can't read it properly. Most of the text on the note is obscured by blood, but you can make out the password Lilia and passcode Antediluvian. Okay. Whee. What else is here? It's Spacer's choice. It's Spacer's choice. That's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. We found a vending machine. Yay. Ooh, hello. This is Monarch Stellar. What's this? Oh, this is where we came from. Okay. It goes up there. Oh, he's looking. He's looking. Examine. This fish shell could use a good cleaning. Let's go in here again. Hello? What goes on over here? Okay. It's the Stellar Bay, whatever it is.
Sounds like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian.
So we gotta go down that way.
To cover up the saltiness. Trust me.
Wrapped musk and painted eyes, right here.
Take the passcode you found and supply agent's body to Catherine and Fallbrook. She'll provide details how to salvage the Alta Vita, whatever it is. Alta Vita. Okay, let's go check out this thing here. Hello.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
Make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Hello.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon.
Really?
What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? You having money trouble?
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse? And then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any priors.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money in Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why are you buying so much from Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me.
Really?
I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Wait, I'm curious. What do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
You really want to be with someone you can't talk to?
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
There are other fish in the sea, Celia.
Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate upper to lower body ratio isn't something to pass up.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
I'll talk to you later.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Graham asked me to check with you about this tossable poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Thanks, I'll do that. Hello?
Aha, the helpful stranger I've heard so much about. Here to do business, Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
That's a very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
Just looking for the information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Hey, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic.
Erotic?
Now, I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Sounds like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
I can tell your iconoclast friends have left their mark on you.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future. But the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
So what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Fine, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Ordinance or ordnance?
An ordinance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
Of course he wants to fight bureaucracy with paperwork. I should have known.
Can a legal document really be that important?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you just crawled out from under a rock. Forms and procedures are everything in Halcyon. And this one is located in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Why are you saying it that way?
Saying what? Which way?
Arms. You're saying arms instead of arms.
That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
I'm sure I'll know it when I find it.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Before I go, I need to ask you about
What can I do for
something.
you?
I have questions about MSI in the good old days.
It's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean that you initiate your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1.
What happened to the other corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
That's not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of
It's
you.
humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Ms. Holcomb is our endlessly optimistic crew hand. It's good for the captain's morale.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
I take it your leadership didn't embrace your ideas.
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
And yet, here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
But why would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules. and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community. And being cut off means slow strangulation.
They treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments.
And they've invoked it on the Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
You don't seem to think much of Graham.
As I hear it, you two are already well acquainted. He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them. But you already know that, don't you?
Have I met them yet? I don't remember. You've got strong feelings on the matter.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels, and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
I'm talking about something else. I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Oh, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I have questions about good old days.
It's good that I keep such meticulous. Why wouldn't anyone? To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community.
I can't fault you for your
Indeed.
practicality.
We've got to if membership on the board can... Besides, I'm hopeful.
Good for you.
I've discovered it's much easier to... My hope is to maintain the reforms. What can I do for you?
I've gotta go. Okay. Not gonna read them all. What else have we got here? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Can't steal stuff in here. It's a puzzle cube. See if I can grab it and then they can say.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, I was just leaving.
You're lucky I've already filled my quota.
Yeah. Oh, we're back around here. What are we supposed to do? Bolt with his name. Space Crime Continuum. The Grim Tomorrow. Let's do that one. We discovered Vending Machine? Where? Let's go down that way.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rat musk.
Bet they also pay to make it stink less.
Supposedly, it's more trouble.
Trust me?
Oh, here it is.
No one's going near you like this.
Velma, hello. Let's talk.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
We're gonna do the lie. Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like
Did
that.
she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Don't you have rules about that sort of thing?
We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
You're just giving Grimm's poster away, didn't he pay
No.
for it?
I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So it's about the money.
Damn right it is.
You still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Surely we can work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Let's do intimidate. You won't do much business if your neighbors hate you. Consider this an investment.
I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon.
You said Braxton's been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Why didn't you turn him in?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough.
Who's this
And
Catherine?
Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna. Fat and mostly tumor-free.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I can talk to Caleb for you.
Mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while.
Let's talk
Check
about
me out.
Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Why can't you give them pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think.
Excuse me.
If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Sandra's gonna notice your shortfalls before long and he'll hold you responsible.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Someone's got to keep the lights on.
Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
I'll talk to you later. Alright. So... I'm gonna go check on Braxton real quick. Oh, we can give this to... What's his name first?
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
You really are a little too persistent about this.
Sorry, I just get so excited, and I always feel like I miss everything that happens in town while I'm up here.
Given the push, here it is.
Look at that! The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Pro tossball blocker. Hmm. Let's look at their journal here. Let's go to Braxton. Oh, here's one of the workbenches.
Help! Someone's been killed!
I think
What?
I'm gonna be sick.
Are you alright?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower. Huh? The body's in the first apartment on the right.
That's probably where the guy died. Oof.
No! Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Really?
Gruesome way to die.
Victim. Gonna steal his stuff, even though he's dead. Examine. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. Is from the left field best tossball betting. Yeah, and we're gonna steal stuff from this guy. Several ragged outfits, all the same cut and color, were stuffed into this suitcase. Oh, we leveled up. Da, da, da. So who's this dude? He's really covered in blood. Let's go ahead and look. Shower time, girls! Skills. We need to get arranged more up. And leadership. Okay, that's a little bit better, you know. Perks. I'm gonna apply that real quick. Perks. Let's look at our perks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. collector. Let's see, the Reaper. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Reaper is the next one. Alright, let's look at our journal. This one's a stainless steel rat. A new one. Man's been killed in Stellar Bay apartment. Falls to figure out what happened to him. Okay, we'll do that later. I'm gonna look for Braxton real quick. He's sleeping. Alright. Let's go up. Maybe he's up there.
Whatever you do, don't mention tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you've gotten stuck in an hour-long roundabout.
Hello.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
You've been taking drugs.
No! Okay, maybe, just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know?
So you do know Braxton, where is he now?
Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
That's all I needed.
We're in agreement that this Braxton is probably dead, right?
Dropping care package off with the Mathers in the old ruin south of Stellar Bay. Be back soon. Laura, I know you're reading. Stay out of my things. I'm gonna keep on looking at your stuff because I'm gonna steal stuff from you. Okay, fine. What's over here? We're saving.
Hey, I saw that.
Yup.
What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
Do what you want, I guess.
Oh, you don't care if I do something here? Do what you want, I guess. Let's see. Okay. So, let's look at the region here. So we have to wait until that one. So where do we look? I'm gonna look over here. Can look up there. Okay. Or how do we get up there? You can jump off of this part. Vending machine discovered. There we go. Jump. Jump. Oh, and I fell. And I broke my stuff. Let's try it again. Jump. Jump.
Gosh, that's clever.
Tarek stash. Okay, what did we get? May I be able to get out of here? But there we go. I'm getting a lot of loots here. What is that? Okay. There are some things we're gonna go ahead and ooh, it says hunting rifle ultra. Ooh, is that better? Oh, definitely better. Nice. We're gonna definitely use this one. And we're gonna go ahead and add to junk, right? We're gonna go ahead and break this down. Break that down too. Nah. Don't need that either. Okay. Got all the stash in here. Saving. Where are we at anyway? We are in. Don't know where we at. Everett Gill. Hello.
Good day to you.
Chef Raymond. Hello.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Why did you decide to stay in the first place?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long.
Okay,
It all sounds wonderful.
I'll be
until you
taking a
realize
quick
there's
break
only a few
after
centimeters
this
of
dialogue.
repurposed
I'll be right
steel
back,
between
guys.
you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Completely furnished with Barbie's own dressing table, bed, studio couch, TV, and hi-fi. And look, a clothes closet complete with hangers for the Barbie costumes and accessories you buy. And you'll have fun putting the furniture together. Just pop them out, fold them into shape, and there you are. You can arrange the furniture and, of course, rearrange it. A lady's privilege. Barbie's dream house is a wish come true for both of you. And look, the whole house and everything in it folds up into its own sturdy carrying case. You can take it anywhere. It's perfect for storing Barbie's furniture and costumes. Mother will appreciate that. Look for the genuine Barbie dream house and furniture, made only by Mattel. wears is up to you. There are sweaters and skirts and slacks and shoes. There are lots of styles from which to choose. Like a little pink skirt and a white wool sweater and a pair of shoes. What could be better?
Mix and match, it's fun to do. What Ken will wear is up to you. There are sweaters and slacks and socks and shoes.
There are lots of styles from which to choose.
Try a shirt and slacks for games and sports.
Or a bright red vest to make him look his best.
Mix and match, it's fun to do. What Ken and Barbie wear is up to you.
There are blouses and bags and glasses and shoes. There are lots of colors from which to choose.
And you'll find all styles of mix and match clothes for Ken and Barbie on this fashion bar. Costumes are available from 80 cents to $1.40 wherever toys are sold.
You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
It's new. Just look what you can do with Barbie's Color and Curl. You can take this special fashion wig and change the color like magic. You can see it happen right before your eyes. A dazzling new hair color for Barbie. Later, you can change the color back. The secret is in the wig itself. Every time you dip it in the color magic solution, it changes color. There's nothing to hurt you and no dyes to spill or stain. You can even set it, dry it under the hairdryer that really works, and style it any way you want. Color and Curl comes with 4 different fashion wigs. Each one changes to another color and back over and over again. Get Barbie's new Color and Curl with everything to create dazzling hairstyles for your Barbie and Midge. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
What's new under the sun? Malibu Barbie. She's Mattel's super new suntanned Barbie. Barbie's got a golden tan now. With funny super gold hair. Malibu Barbie has her own beach towel and sunglasses and Malibu friends. All with that suntan skin that makes them look great wherever they go. Malibu Barbie, Francie, and Skipper, they're the Sunset. Dolls and other costumes sold separately.
When I grow up, I want to be a mommy.
You can play mommy right now with Ideal's Betsy Wetsy. Betsy Wetsy cries real tears. She drinks from her own bottle just like a real baby, and you'll love the soft touch of her baby pink skin. Of course, like all little babies, Betsy Wetsy wets and needs to be changed. And just think of all the fun you'll have giving Betsy Wetsy her bath and shampooing her rooted saran hair. Ask your mommy to get you Betsy Wetsy, and then you can be a mommy too. Betsy Wetsy by Ideal comes complete with layette in 4 sizes, priced from $5.95. You'll find Betsy Wetsy and lots of other wonderful Ideal toys at your favorite toy department now.
It's a wonderful toy. It's Ideal.
Perhaps you've heard this popular song.
Betsy Wetsy never knows what to do for a running nose. As I dry it, hear me sigh.
The doll in this song was inspired by a young mother who noticed that many times while taking care of her newborn baby, her older daughter...
All right, we're back. That was kind of fun. All right, seems like you'd want more than centimeters. Oh, sorry.
I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that spaceship is flown.
Ever thought about leaving Stellar Bay?
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goo, what then?
You forgot stabbed. That's also a possibility.
Well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined for an early grave.
I'm off.
Lucky you.
Hmm?
Do you have a pencil sharpener?
Yeah, give it to me.
Can I do it?
No, I want to do it.
No,
Why don't you take one of those pencils? Oh, this is a different pencil.
Yeah.
Look at him preparing some food.
Doesn't look like it. What are you doing?
Playing a game.
No, what are you doing in the game? Thank you.
I'm talking to this dude, and then I'm leaving.
What is he cooking?
I have no clue. Looks like fish.
You.
Go. Can I sell something?
I hurt my leg from yesterday.
Huh?
I hurt my leg from yesterday.
Yeah, me too. I have a bruise from PD. PD.
What do you mean? Did he kick you or something?
Yeah, well, he blocked my kick and got hurt. Yeah, sell all these. Huh?
Was it when you were sparring?
Yeah. Alright. I got 4K now. Let's get out. We can go to the yacht club vendor.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
I don't know, Mr. Vicker. That seems like quite a leap.
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
Got a lot of brass for a man doing absolutely nothing.
What I am doing, ma'am, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can
Don't
seize
do it
one
in my
apart
bed.
from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
What are you talking about?
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
But now you're all free from the board.
Yes, free to wallow and squalor together. Free to squabble with the iconoclasts over a raptidon-infested hellhole. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
I'll leave you be. Oh, Nyoka's here. I need to talk to her.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Keep listening.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn raft out there.
That's
right.
itchy.
What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
She's a drunk. Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the fuck. Fair point. I deserve it though. On account of being the best.
My dad always kept his firearms and liquors in different lockers. Said it wasn't safe to mix them.
Out here, if you ain't a little buzzed, you're liable to notice the stench of life. The grit in the air. The dust in every drink and the blood on every boot.
Well, I'm Az. Are you always this drunk?
Do you think this is drunk? I gotta... you need to get out more. Sit. Partake. Buy me a drink and let's chat.
I'm told you can get me to an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
I'm not in a mood to fetch things. How much time do you need?
More than you have, I suspect. I plan to sit here and drink until I find myself awoken sober.
Fine, what do you need?
Outstanding!
Back's itchy,
Our
guys.
dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the money, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, I'll be back.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
How well do you know Nyoka?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
You said you're not used to seeing new faces around here.
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the Iconoclasts or some such.
What happened at Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone.
My back is so
Corporations
itchy.
pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew, but then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
Why is this place called the Yacht Club?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
Are there any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope, but a man can dream.
Why is this place called Stellar Bay?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it.
Then you
Name's
might.
the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
Then you might think about fixing up that sad-looking sign outside.
Ah, don't be so negative. It's what's on the inside.
That means he's
that
not gonna
counts.
fix it.
Speaking of, you look like you could use a bottle with something good in it.
Nothing right now, thanks. Machine discovered. Examine. Yokobar Talk Bingo Sheet. Right between the eyes. There were 3, no 4 of them. That raft was this big. Took it down with unshot. Buy me a drink. That's bingo sheet, huh? What else we can do without being caught? Let's go upstairs.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one?
Oh, there he is, Caleb. Let's go in here real quick.
Making my way there.
Alright. Hello.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Yeah, Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel with us.
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. Now we're striking.
What could be so bad it made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
We need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Alright, so we got a few options here. Bad news, you don't have the savings you think you do.
What? Something happened to our stash of bit cards? But I hid it so careful. No one saw me put the lockbox on my balcony. No one goes up there but me. We must be dealing with some sort of criminal mastermind. Well, if we can't afford to skip work, we ain't got no leverage. Space me, but good. I guess you ought to tell Velma we're coming back to work.
Oh. Alright, we're gonna go back down. I love this new, what do you call it? I love my run ability because I'm running faster.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
Hey.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh. I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need?
Let's talk about Caleb.
You knocked any sense into him yet?
Caleb's suddenly too broke to strike. He's coming back to work.
Funny how that works out. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts. Honest work deserves honest pay. Something else on your mind?
Said
Stealing's
Braxton's.
such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's ships.
Awfully nice of you to not say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the salt tuna. Fat and mostly...
I'll talk to you later. Okay, do that later. They're all coming back to me now. Alright, we are done with that. Let's see, passion pills. Where are we going? 35. On that way. In here? Okay. Hello. Why can't we go in?
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those.
Sweet
I
cheeks?
remember.
We're called Sweet Cheeks.
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Oh, that's just awful.
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Okay, we're gonna go truth now. Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
There must be some way I can increase Nyoka's allotment.
Well, I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Remind me, what supply room?
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
Where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
The flower of enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Guess I have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
Chin up, dearie. Okay, let's go find that thing, huh? I'm gonna go to fast travel here.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps.
Nice hit!
Here we go! Way to go, Pep!
That's the last of them.
Good job. Where's the other dude? What happened? I thought I had another thing here. Oh. Okay.
I have your backpack.
Don't mess with us!
Want to try me?
Down they go! Feels like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
I believe this place has seen better days. Here we go!
Incoming! Woo! We made it!
Alright, now we have to find Dr. Williams. What happened to Dr. Williams? Why did he die? And why here? That's a question, right? I guess he died from the Raptidons. We can loot stuff around here, I guess.
Attacking!
Good job, guys. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a Mather residence. What's over here? Hello. This is probably where Braxton is. Hello.
Visitor? What an unexpected surprise.
Mm.
Please, come in. Come in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
I'm looking for a man named Braxton. He supposedly came by here.
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The Raptidons and Marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you
I
stay
think
for
they
dinner?
ate him. Are you sure you haven't seen Braxton? I heard he was delivering medicine for you.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Dinner?
You must be famished.
Why is the door
So
locked?
is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner.
No, you'll see to it now.
Please, there's no need for incivility. Though I certainly understand how hunger sharpens the temper. I promise I'll get the door open once we've had our meal. Until then, why don't you stretch your legs a bit?
I'll keep myself
Nice walk
occupied
around the house
then.
will surely...
Who's this dude? Hello?
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner?
Actually, I'm looking for a man named Braxton.
Sorry, I'm not real good with, names.
Something wrong?
It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip.
I felt like that after my dad passed. Walked around in a haze for weeks. I'm sorry you're feeling that way too.
Other times, it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before?
Maybe I can help you.
That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
I'm gonna leave you alone now. Mama, what are you cooking?
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides,
It's kind of
does it not?
scary.
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Martha. May I call you Martha?
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always a reason for cheer.
Alright, so we're probably gonna be transitioning over to Twitch at this time since I kinda wanna interchange. So here at Mixer and then Twitch. So we'll see you over there. Okay. Bye.